Hello everybody and welcome to video number 49 in my EFT series, and this video I decided to do about worries about money. So I decided it's a good idea because in these times, as we are kind of coming out of the pandemic, and during those times a lot of people, lost their jobs, and they lived in worries about their finances, about their future, losing their jobs. And so I decided it might be a good idea to help us with any money worries you might have. So before I start, as always, I would ask you to take responsibility for your own well-being if you decided to tap along. So where does all this worry about money come from? I mean, we certainly haven't been born with it, but we started to adopt the beliefs of those around us. And if you were, growing up in an atmosphere where people were worried about money, then you would be watching that and you would be adopting those worries as well. And we usually don't want to know about all these worries. We kind of say, oh no, I want to push those worries to one side. But by focusing on these feelings and tapping on them, you will find that those negative feelings will start to lose charge, and it will be easier for you to move into a more positive and resourceful way of thinking. So if you would like to take a few deep breaths and connect to the worries you have about money, just take a few deep breaths. And we shall start tapping on the side of your hand. Even though I feel overwhelmed about lack of money, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I have got all this fear about money and that there is not enough, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I have all this money fear and I'm in bad financial trouble and I fear that bad things will happen, I accept myself and everybody else involved in my money worries. Okay, so I've got the fear that I do not have enough. So this fear there is not enough, I feel anxious and nervous when I think about money. And I know it is not good for my health. Maybe I'm losing sleep over this. But this is how I learned to respond to lack, this worry. I am programmed to feel financial fear. I have seen people do this all my life, so I figured this is what I have to do. But I'm now clearing all the reasons for feeling this discomfort. This discomfort is holding me back. It is clouding my mind. I've just been too hard on myself. I have just been judging myself. Okay, so take a deep breath in and tune in and see what it's like for you. What is the intensity of that fear you have about money? If you compare it to when we started, what it's now. And, just think, my husband used to say, oh, they are out to rip me off, and when he was like in his 40s, he lost his contract, and he would say, oh, when you are kind of in your 40s, you are over the hill, this, opportunities are not coming your way, you are just too old. And it just watch all these beliefs you have about money. So, for example, if my husband said, oh, everyone is to rip me off, so what about him? So he used to be a salesman, he used to be a good salesman, he used to sell sweets. So, do those children whose eyes lit up because they are enjoying those sweets, do they really think that they are being ripped off? Sort of like each one of us is out, to make money, and, we give our worst to ourselves. Like, for example, in the healing industry, there are a lot of healers who believe that they are somehow not allowed to charge money, that they are to give all their services for free. But at the same time, where is their worth? And they need, it is their job. If it is their main job and main source of income, if they did it all for free, they wouldn't manage to kind of exist. And sort of, you all have a lot of value to give, and so money can flow through us. So just think of that. So let's continue with the tapping, and also just all these things we worry about, having to pay bills, but just imagine that the services you're receiving, you're grateful for those. Sort of like, yeah, you have to pay the money, but also it's a great service. And if you kind of start thinking of it that way, then you'll open up to, more opportunities. And so let's just tap. Let's just continue tapping. So even though I fear this lack of money, and I feel like there were no opportunities for me, like all these opportunities, other people made money, so it was easy for them, but I feel it has been really hard for me. But I laugh and accept myself anyway, even though I've got all this worry that there is not enough of money for me. I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I fear that I'm in a bad financial situation, I love and accept myself anyway. So it is hard for me to see opportunities. It is making it hard for me to take action. The more I am paralyzed by fear, the less I can do to bring money into my life. But I choose to have some compassion for myself and some gratefulness for the services I receive. I choose to clear this fear now. It no longer serves me. I am clearing this fear at a cellular level, all the way to my past, all the way to the time in my life when people felt worried about money. When bills come in the mail, I choose to feel grateful for the services I receive. Oh, this fear is getting in the way. But I love and forgive myself for being afraid. I choose to be calm. I choose to be relaxed about paying my bills. The more relaxed I feel, the more opportunities will come my way. I have a lot of value to give. So money flows through me. I'm letting go of all this fear. I have given a voice to all these fears. Now that allows me to clear those fears. Letting go of feeling stuck. I focus on the opportunities. I have a lot to give. I celebrate my own wares. I celebrate the value I bring to others. I am worthy of money. I am abundant. Okay, so take a deep breath and tune in again to how it feels for you, this lack of money. Has anything changed? Has anything shifted? Remember, if you feel that fear anywhere in your body, then tap on that. Tap on wherever it is stuck in your body, because that will again help you, you've been able to express by tapping on where you feel those fears in your body is really a helpful way. So, I've got other videos which are tapping for fear, so I recommend that. Also, another video which I've got is for tapping to help with boosting your creativity. And similar, what I do in that video is that I help you to tune in to the things which are your excuses to getting the things, the creative things you want to do. You want to do that, but you've got these, think of all these but I'm not good enough, I'm not a good whatever painter, writer, And so in that video, it's similar to here. Whatever things you would like to do in your life, and that would bring, keep bringing the money in, and think of all the excuses why you are not doing that. And so for me, I'll just show you a quick example. I did put here inside writing, drawing and filming EFT stories for children. So that is something I really enjoy doing, but I often sabotage myself in doing that because I think, oh well, I won't have an audience, nobody will like it, I'm not good at marketing, I won't be able to get it out, who am I doing that for? And so I have written down all the excuses which go with that activity, and then tap on that. And another thing which kind of we did or I did in that video is, who made you feel bad about the activity intentionally or unintentionally, and then put down all the people or the occasions, whoever made you bad, and then tap on that, because sometimes we might feel that well, we don't want to put ourselves out there, or we don't want to be better than somebody else, than your sibling or your friend, and you kind of feel, oh well, if I outshine my friend, then I might lose my friendship. So make a note of that. Write down all these people who make you feel bad about about money. Like, if you, one of these phrases which we had when we were young, or we had, money does not grow on trees, and all these kind of negative beliefs which we kind of learn. So have a look at the negative beliefs, and change those negative beliefs by you can make an image of light coming through your body and healing all these negative beliefs which you have been accumulating through the years. And of course our mind is these programs are on a subconscious level, so it's not always easy to change those beliefs, but by becoming aware of them, we are able to tap on them, clear them, we no longer need them, and then we can focus on more positive things. And the other thing which I did in that video for creativity is for you to make a commitment to starting doing the activity, which in our case, if it's video for money, will start helping you bringing money. And one thing is, do one thing at a time. Imagine yourself that you would be doing whichever activity you want to do in whichever time. Say, for example, in a year's time, I will be going around reading my stories to children at schools, at libraries. So that could be your long-term goal. Imagine that, but then do take one thing at a time. So for me to be able to do that, I first need to write the stories. So I've made a commitment of how many times a week I'm going to do my writing, what days, what time, for how long. And then I commit to writing my stories on Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday for 30 minutes at 11 o'clock. And I haven't quite stuck to this because life gets in the way, and there are other issues which we do, but writing it down, making the intention clear, even if I missed out on that little commitment of half an hour, I would go some other day to dedicate myself half an hour, but pretty much that brings a focus, for me, and doing one little thing at a time. Now, many years ago, I wrote a little book to help people coping with illness and disability, and it was called 7 Strategies. And in the 7 strategies, I did put down, you are the maker of your own luck. And I was trying to help people who felt that they couldn't achieve because of their disability, because of their illness. And I was trying to encourage them that no matter, what their illness is about, or, how much challenging their illness is, they can do little things, they can focus on little things. And, even if it's just something small. And, when I'm thinking, we sabotage ourselves and we don't want to do things. And of course, if we've got limitations, then it might not be as easy to achieve something for us. Like, for example, because I do myself have chronic health issues, I've got a small job invigilating students' exams at school, and I really enjoy that. It's only a small job. I would have ideally liked to be a teacher, but that wasn't possible. But someone said to me, oh, well, your job as an invigilator, that's not worth it. It's only small. It doesn't matter. And, for me, that's not true. For me, it's a big thing. And you know, sometimes as we are growing up, we hear other people tell us these things and we start believing them. So I know that person wasn't right. You know, in my own mind, I know that I've put my best into doing all these things, but at the same time, I know that, you know, I can't achieve something, you know, as huge because of my limitations. But on another occasion, my son said to me, I was going to get a job of teaching Czech. It was 1 year's contract. And my son said to me, oh, you're always getting ill. So it's not really, I don't think you should go for it. And I said to myself, yeah, no, I know, I was scared, because for the previous 15 years, I would be bedbound several times per year for several months at a time. And so I would know, oh, actually, I'm not sure if I could do that job. But I said to myself, no, I will go for it, because I have overcome one of these buts. So one of my excuses would be, oh, I'm too ill to do that. But I did go for it. And I enjoyed that. And I didn't get ill. So you see, once we start to challenge these beliefs, letting go, clearing these fears, that will open up our opportunities to, you know, financial abundance. And, you know, also sometimes people say, oh, well, it's not good to be rich, you know, there's nothing good about it. But actually, being rich is great, because you can, you know, with all the money you have, you can share it with others and you can help others. And one thing my grandmother used to say, oh, you're not going to take your money with you into your grave, you know, and it's true, you never are. And it's also true that there is always enough for everybody. And yeah, so thank you for watching this video. I hope it helps you with your money fears and anxieties, and I look forward to seeing you during my next video. Thanks for now. Bye now.